do you prefer single player experiences or online games? Dan.
I would still prefer single player. I enjoy following and like diving into this whole story, a whole new world. I'm not trying to get on and get beat by 10-year-olds and get cursed out.
Yeah.
I'm on here for fun for an hour. I've had a long day.
Right. Okay, so what's better? Single player, story focused, narrative based games, or multiplayer online, you know, whether it's an MMO, whether it's a fighting game, whether it's a shooter, whether it's 2K, like what do you guys prefer? I'm curious, starting with Will.
That's a super tough decision because I mean, granted, we all grew up playing only single player games for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I remember playing Zelda. Even
well, you and I did.
Yeah.
Because Arturo,
My
you're
experience
26.
is a little different, but I'll wait after.
Yeah.
You're 26.
Yeah.
And Dan, you're 28, right?
8, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
I mean, it's all more so like within the same realm, but there's a little more options in your time, right? When I grew up, for the most part, I just had my little sisters who I was trying to keep away from for the most part. So what I'm playing Mario 64 by myself, right? Or I'm playing like the Super Nintendo, whatever was there. But I grew up playing fighting games.
Yeah.
So the multiplayer aspect was always available, like even playing Super Mario.
But just couch co-op.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But couch co-op, I don't think couch co-op's different, man.
Well, sorry.
Because you like if I'm playing with you and we're here, and I'm getting my ass beat.
It breeds a completely different culture versus like say you're jumping on Warzone.
Yeah.
A Call of Duty, whatever it is. I'll always love the experience of playing a like amazingly written like story mode, right?
Yeah.
That'll always be my shit. But at the same time, I'm trying to jump online and play like right now I play Tekken 8. Like I only went through the story to see where the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And then I immediately jumped into training, jumped online.
Yeah.
It was just like a little add-on.
Yeah.
So Will, I feel like Will brings up a good point of like, it really does depend on the title. I think, but like, I feel like most people are going to feel that way.
Yeah.
Whereas like me personally, and I feel like Dan feels this way too. Like I just prefer single player, like full stop.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I don't, and Arturo, like, I feel like, you know, between like Destiny 2 and like Fortnite and shit like that, like I feel like you put a lot of time in terms of online stuff. But I feel like I just don't have, number one, I don't have the time and I don't have the patience. Like I don't have the patience to sit there and get my ass beat again and again and again and again and again by a stranger. I'd much rather deal with that from an NPC that once I beat them, I progress in the story as opposed to like an online match where like win or lose, the next match is going to look the same, more or less. Like, okay, you won this Call of Duty match or you lost this Call of Duty match, time to just load up the next Call of Duty match. You know what I mean? Whereas like in God of War, for example, until I beat Thor, I'm not going to know what happens next.
Yeah,
you know?
You don't get the shit talk in the game lobby in between when you do in Modern Warfare.
I would say that's why I was gonna wait, because like it's a different experience when you're playing with friends, when you're having that kind of that experience. Like I started gaming I would say not the most, but like where it started like tipping, where I was just like deep in gaming, was when I got my 360 and I was playing Modern Warfare 3 with my cousins, primarily Anthony and Jerry. Shout out to my boys. And we would play on Call of Duty, and we would like just mess around, talk shit, and it would just be an experience. Black Ops 2 online zombies. We would play so much, and that's where I had my fun, because I wasn't playing by myself. And then eventually I got to a point where I started playing, like when Spider-Man, I was like 2018 came out, that's when I started shifting a little more, because I was just like, I can't, like how you said, I can't be playing these games online constantly, getting shit on. And that's when people, like, I started not playing with everybody. I was more by myself, and I was like, I have to shift.
Right.
Because, like, these games were just not worth it. And there was stories, which I love. You know, I love movies. So I was like, I got to shift.
See, it's weird because I feel like I've shifted in the complete opposite, like, spectrum.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I grew up playing story mode games, whether it was Legend of Zelda, Mario 64, whether it was like the Tomb Raider games, whatever it may be. And as I've gotten older, right, I play games mostly on PC now. And since I've started playing games on PC, I'm realizing, especially with Discord being around, you see one of your homies on, you'd want to jump online and talk to them and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's like the ADD within me for the most part. I can't talk to my friends and sit and pay attention to a like a single player campaign, right?
Really?
Yeah. No, it's very, very tough for me. Like
Oh, wow.
like because then I'm gonna miss certain dialogue. Then I'm
Yeah.
gonna want to restart the
It's
chapter.
like watching a movie.
Oh,
with your
I'm sorry.
friend.
Wait, you're saying like
Yeah.
you can't do that and be on Discord?
And okay. So and on top of that, with like at this in the same volition, I don't know, maybe it's some weird fucking psychological thing I'm going through at the moment, but it's like if I'm playing my game right now, computer's on, people in Discord, I'm jumping on Discord, I'm playing this fucking game, I'm shutting off that game 2 seconds later. Like one of my all-time favorite series, Final Fantasy. I just started Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I bought a second PlayStation 5 for this shit. This is the second time because I bought a PS5, sold a PS5, bought a PS5 again, and freaking I start the campaign. I only get about an hour and change in, and I have not turned my PlayStation 5 back on since.
Seriously.
Yeah. And it's because I'm on fucking Discord while all this shit is going on, and I'm like, oh, I can't pay attention to this campaign right now. I need to switch focus. Then we'll start playing like fucking Mario Kart, or we'll all jump into like COD lobby